Hello and welcome. My name is Daniel with Dash Office Supply, and I'd like to welcome you to the next installment in our series on how to build business credit the right way. Dash Office Supply is an online seller of discount office supplies, but our mission is bigger than that. We offer net 60 trade lines to new and small businesses working to establish or build business credit. And so we understand just how challenging and frustrating it can be to truly understand how business credit works and what steps you can take to do it the right way. To help with this, we've created this series of short videos that can help you understand business credit in small bites. Today's video is going to cover an often overlooked subject, business addresses and the importance of consistency and accuracy. This is not a topic which gets a great deal of attention from influencers or others who provide business credit education, but that certainly doesn't mean it isn't important, because it is. Many of you have spent a considerable amount of time learning about the importance of consistency in branding and marketing, so you understand that having a clear and consistent message about your business across all your marketing channels is key to helping your audience have a clear and accurate understanding about your brand and the products and services you sell. As odd as it may sound, having a consistent address wherever you need to provide it is just as important. Why? It's difficult to imagine how consumers could feel as though they can have trust in a brand or a business that doesn't present itself in a consistent or reliable way, and changes even in small details such as your address can be viewed as a sign that your business isn't going to be consistent in other ways. Building a reputation takes time and consistency, and if you take care of the small details, even with something as simple as an address, then you're well on your way to having that same consistency across your entire business. Next, consider this fact, which is especially true in the business credit world. Not every supplier or creditor you deal with is going to make the effort to validate the address you provide, and this can have a significant effect on your business credit. Why? Well, because some of the creditors who extend trade line credit to your business will not ask for an employer identification number or social security number. This is especially true with local vendors who you have an existing business relationship with, who base their credit decisions on how you conducted your transactions in the past. As such, any information submitted by those vendors to the business credit bureaus is not going to include the SSN or EIN of your business, so the only other way for the bureaus to track which accounts belong to your business is by its name and address. If you were to use one address with vendor A and a slightly different address with vendor B, this could create issues for any reports submitted by those vendors about your business. These differences can lead to confusion for the credit bureaus. What's the consequence of that? The first major consequence of having different business addresses on file for the same business is that it can generate inaccuracies in your credit report, or worse, it can make your business credit report difficult to find. It is surprisingly common that we will pull a business credit report on a customer and see more than one record for the same business name in the same city and state. You may wonder why the credit bureaus don't simply merge reports so that there's only one record for each business, and there's at least one simple explanation for that. The bureaus have no way of knowing whether each of those addresses represents a separate location for that business, and in that case, each location might have its own trade lines and credit score. Regardless of why, it is often the case that each different address for a business causes a different credit file to be generated with the bureaus, which leads to the second point, the potential impact on your business credit score. If the trade lines you have already established are not all included in the same file with the credit bureau, then it's entirely possible, if not likely, that your credit score is not being graded correctly, and that could lead to a lower score and even having applications turned down, or your business not being granted as much credit as it might be if all the information was contained in a single report. The last point here is that having multiple addresses and potentially multiple credit files for your business may cause it to appear less stable than it is, because it could be interpreted that your business is moving around from one location to another as a potential sign that perhaps you can't pay your business bills, such as rent, and needs to move. To avoid this problem, there are a couple things you can do to ensure you are providing clear, consistent information to all of your customers, creditors, and business partners. First, establish clear protocols for how to provide your address information. This is important if more than one person in your business is responsible for furnishing address information to creditors, vendors, and customers. If necessary, keep a written copy of your address so that anytime it has to be provided, you can make sure it's exactly the same as every other time you provided it. Next, update your online presence. Make sure the address information you have on your websites, social media, and online marketing materials are all the same. Most importantly, make sure the address information you use in all your online business filings, such as updates to your licenses, annual reports, and so on, all use the same consistent address. It is very common for the major bureaus to pull information from these sources to create business credit files for newly established businesses, so using a different address could cause an unnecessary inconsistency. Finally, make sure you regularly check the address information being used for your business to make sure nobody's changed it for any reason. Thinking that once you provide it, it means you won't have to check for corrections from time to time could be a mistake you can avoid as well. It is worth noting that the major business credit bureaus, including Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax, all provide tools online for checking and updating your business information to ensure it is accurate. These tools may not always be free, but even paying a small amount to use them can help you in very beneficial ways. To recap, keeping your business address consistent wherever you use it, whether it's with customers, on your social media pages, or when applying for credit, really does matter because it helps establish and maintain credibility, both with creditors and with customers. A good best practices policy helps ensure you are applying consistency whenever you use or present your business address. And using monitoring tools provided by many of the major business credit bureaus can help you track and correct inconsistencies that might end up having a negative impact on your business credit score. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and if you have any comments you'd like to share, then we'd be glad to read them. You can also visit us online, either at our website, www.officesupply.com, or on social media by clicking any of the links below. We look forward to sharing more videos very soon, and we wish you the best of luck on your business credit journey.